Hello and welcome to the first episode of podcast Out of Nowhere. I'm your host Sudeep and I'm going to talk about why did the rated R superstar who was a proper babyface till now, people were crazy after his Royal Rumble return and winning the event, turn heel on this week's Friday Night SmackDown. Now, before we get on to it, this is a new channel called Podcast Out of Nowhere, and not out of, it's Podcast Outta Nowhere. There is a dearth of an Indian wrestling podcast channel, and we are trying to, fill in for that. All right, so let me tell you a story, right? For that, we need to go back to 2004. Now, there was a wrestler, a very good one, called Benoit. He was my favorite. That year in Royal Rumble, in a miraculous fashion, he entered number 1, went all the way. End May took out Big Show to win the Royal Rumble, and he was at that point of time on SmackDown. Now, on Raw was Triple H as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion and was a super heel, much like Roman Reigns today. The way Roman has been doing stuff, the way Roman has been cheating to win, somehow managing to keep his title with him. Similarly, Triple H, I think this was the Evolution days, where Triple H was dominating on Monday Night on a great heel. I used to hate him back then, and I love him now. So Triple H was the super heel. Now, Benoit did a great move, and his angle was to target the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, challenge Triple H for a match at WrestleMania 20. But there was a small twist in the story. HBK wanted the shot as well. So in the contract signing, a very iconic contract signing which I remember, Benoit had to sign the contract, but Shawn Michaels came in, dropped him with a switch in music and signed the contract on his behalf. And then we got... Now he was also on Raw. So Shawn Michaels was also on Raw. So there was this confusion that, hey, Benoit deserves it. You have Triple H deserves to lose it. And then you have Shawn Michaels in the mix. So what do we do? Because Shawn tried to force himself into the match, not, giving Benoit the well-deserved opportunity, Shawn turned heel. Still a smaller heel than Triple H, but yeah, Shawn turned heel in that process. And you had a full-on babyface Benoit versus a heel Shawn Michaels versus a super heel Triple H in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. A very good match, a very back and forth match. And if you remember, it ended with Benoit winning the championship. And this iconic scene, that still makes me cry, because I think Eddie Guerrero defended it against Brock Lesnar or Kurt Angle. I don't remember whom, but he did defend it against one of them, and I think Kurt Angle. And then you had Benoit win it, and then both embraced in a hug, and there was confetti, and life was beautiful. So that was 2004. A similar story is what is going on currently. Edge. Now we are 2021. I cannot believe it's been 17 years. 2004, 2021, 17 years. Now you have Edge come in. Last year he had returned at number 18 in Royal Rumble. Good performance. But this time he went all the way again, entering at number 1. He was at that time he was currently built from Raw. Entered at number 1, went all the way and did win the Royal Rumble. Much like Shawn Michaels back in the day, then Benoit, and then rated R superstar Edge. Full on babyface. People were like, okay, finally he is here, he's won it, he deserves to go and win the title. Okay, so his plan was to challenge full on babyface as of now, Roman Reigns, the big dog, the head of the table, whatever you call him. But a great job of reviving SmackDown, and he's taking it by the storm. He's taking SmackDown by storm. He's taken SmackDown by storm. He is the super heel in this scenario. He is the super heel in this scenario. Now you have this perfect dynamic happening: a babyface versus a super heel, with hopes that Edge wins. But again, there's a twist in the tail. Someone crept in via Elimination Chamber and an amazing performance at Fastlane. You now have Daniel Bryan in the picture, who is in the phase of his life, much like what he did at WrestleMania 30 when he defeated Triple H, the whole of Evolution in one night, except Ric Flair. So Daniel Bryan over here, great performance, and then you see that, okay, is there a triple threat dynamic happening? Daniel Bryan is very good. He's done phenomenal job. He made Roman Reigns tap out, but there was no one to see. He's currently on SmackDown, and he's a full-on babyface. People love him. Now, here is a big confusion for the fans, right? Edge babyface, Daniel Bryan babyface, and you have Roman Reigns super heel. So, okay, people will boo Roman Reigns, but what about the two babyfaces out here? The audience need an option. The audience need to have clarity in their head that, okay, this is a good guy, this is a bad guy. I need to cheer for the good guy. So, at Fastlane, at WrestleMania, they made a heel Edge come in at Fastlane, and now in a perfect booking, in a perfect dramatized setup, this week's SmackDown, they did not, it was not like Daniel Bryan coming out and, hey, I want a triple threat match. No. Proper build-up, proper sequence, proper conversations, touching base on all the points that, okay, make it one day, make it a 2-day event. First day on WrestleMania, we have a match, and then again I have a match. So Daniel Bryan, in perfect booking, in perfect storytelling, everything went well, and now you have a triple threat match for the title. And now the audience know that, okay, Roman Reigns is a big fat heel. Then you have Edge, who is just turned heel, because no matter what you say, you have to agree that Edge's gimmick of being the rated R superstar, the ultimate opportunist, was the best. That was the best phase where you knew that if this guy has a money in the bank, he's going to cash in, he's going to win. If this guy gets any breathing room to go in and win a title, Edge will, and you will love it, no matter how much you hate that opportunistic nature, but you're going to love Edge getting in and going in and winning a title. So you have this setup right now, which is perfect. But the best part amongst also, this is the major reason why Edge, in perfect booking fashion, understood that the crowd needs to know whom to cheer for. So this setup is great, but and you're going to have a triple threat at WrestleMania. Why is it amazing? Is this who will win? That's the biggest confusion now. Roman Reigns is the least likely to retain the title because he has been champion for a long time. A change is much needed, and he can still function as the head of the table going back for the title. Not a problem. So he's least likely to retain unless WWE decide a very big swerve in the end. Daniel Bryan is the proper babyface who deserves to win. People love him, worthy of becoming the new champion. Great. But the biggest trump card over here, I feel, is Edge. He's a Royal Rumble winner, Royal Rumble 2021 winner. So it's poetic, right? You win Royal Rumble and you go and win WrestleMania. That is how it goes. Bianca is going to do it. Is Edge going to do it as well? They did it with Nakamura. Nakamura lost it. So will Edge lose this time? But there's this one phrase that Edge used on this week's SmackDown, that it was a 10-year, the WrestleMania April 11th, the second night of WrestleMania is going to be the 10th year and retirement anniversary for Edge, of Edge. That was the 10 years ago he retired on that day. So will it be poetic or iconic that he wins the title back that he never lost? I think he had to relinquish the title. So is this going to be poetic in that sense? You never know. So you have a great betting odds. Agar hota, to great betting odds hota between Daniel Bryan and Edge to choose. So my conversation is going to be in English, so you have to manage that now. It's great to find ki bhai, who is going to win, Edge or Daniel Bryan, and I'm very intrigued for this match, and this deserves to be the main event of WrestleMania. There's a channel that having said that, there's a channel that I follow a lot, Wrestle Talk, and there's this one gentleman, Louis Dangoor, who really said when Edge came in and speared Roman Reigns, he said, I can bet good amount of money that this is not going to be the main event of WrestleMania. People laughed, I laughed, I made a mockery of it, that oh my god, this is so cute, but this is so stupid at the same time. But now I have to accept this, that you were right, Louis. You were so right. They did not do this. They're not going to do this as a main event. They have added a little bit of twist or spice to this by putting Daniel Bryan in. So essentially, Louis Dangoor, you were right, and you could have put good money to see this thing through. Okay, so that was the first episode of podcast Outta Nowhere, and that is why I feel that Edge, the rated R superstar, a proper babyface in Royal Rumble, had to turn heel before WrestleMania. This is a new channel. Stay tuned for more updates. I will not be covering everything, but I'll be talking about the important stuff. There is so much that I observe while watching wrestling that I want to let the world know. Pass on that knowledge, pass on that joy that I find in certain aspects and certain character build-ups or certain camera angles that I want to talk about, certain storylines. Stay tuned. We will be doing episodes going forward. You will not be bored with this human. You'll meet a lot of people, touch wood, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in my next video. Thank you so much. Have a great day. This is WrestleMania season, guys. Epic stuff is going to happen. So stay tuned. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.